Hello, Sunny. Here's Friday prototype. This is 2 tilt switches, 2 resistors, 1 RGB LED, and a battery. Simple 2032 battery. Oops. With a mini holder in there. Now, of course, this prototype that you're looking at uses an RGB, which is, of course, not our plan. We're going to probably use one of these vibrating motors that we just spoke about, but I built this prototype just so we could see it working. And basically, one of these motors you see that I've just placed on the table there, those are both different types of vibrating motors, and so as you can see, it's not that much different as far as the amount of real estate that it takes up. So the other side of this again. Now this particular prototype happens to have an off mode, meaning that when it's laying down like this, it's off. So there's no need for an off switch, an on-off switch, or you could pull out the battery. But I just thought that was interesting that due to this layout, we would actually have an off mode where, if it was shaped in a certain way where it would obviously lie flat only in one certain way, it would basically turn itself off, which is pretty cool. But I'm kind of getting off track here. This one I have it lit both ways just because I wanted to have something I could test. So in this case, am I holding? Yeah. So this means you're good. And then his eyes start to go up. Don't look down. You got to look up. And again, down again. And that is the low-tech solution to what we're talking about. Something else I thought was cool as I learned this, we could actually get this a little bit fancier. And you notice how right now there's an off mode, sort of accidentally, but here's what I'm getting at. Between the green and the red, sorry, let me get it right there. There it is. Between the green and the red, we could make a low-tech switch that actually would sense both. And when you sense both, maybe this could like blink, sort of like a warning or something. The reason why I bring that up is because I had told you that what I don't like about the tilt switches is they're binary. It's either on or off. What I'm talking about now, we would actually have 3 states, which is on, off, or in between. And I thought that was really interesting. We could even add another tilt switch, just like the 2 here on the back, these canister-looking things. It could be that just by adding a 3rd tilt switch would give us actually 5 different levels of how much you're tilting. I thought that was really just something to consider. This would be remarkably cheaper than doing something with a microprocessor. Just to show you a sample, let me grab something. This chip is the MPU we were speaking of. I told you about that. It's got all the telemetry that we would need to get it fancier. However, if we're going to go this way, we're going to need some kind of microprocessor to actually interpret the data. And I don't have that microprocessor here right in front of me, but here's roughly the size of that. That's probably actually a little bit smaller, but that's one version of a microprocessor that we could possibly use. And just to give you an idea of size, and then of course you've got to consider the battery too. So keep in mind that this Friday prototype, this one right here, is certainly going to be a lot tinier. This is just me scrapping together something with what we have. So you can certainly imagine that this would be a lot smaller. In fact, if I was to move these tools to the top, that would significantly make it even look smaller. I might just do that. Anyway, that's all for now.